a serene, flourishing world, seemingly untouched by outside forces. Yet, a storm is gathering on the horizon. From the northern steppes, an unstoppable force is rising, one that will sweep across the continent and forever change the course of East Asian history. Welcome to the Song Dynasty, a society at the height of its power and innovation. From 960 to 1279, China's economy is the largest in the world, driven by a commercial revolution and a series of groundbreaking technological inventions that will shape the future of global society. The Song Dynasty is a period of remarkable ingenuity. We see the invention of the compass, a revolution in navigation. Gunpowder is first used in fireworks before being weaponized, and movable type printing spreads knowledge with unprecedented speed. These are true world-changing technologies. The Grand Canal, a marvel of ancient engineering, is extended and improved under the Song. This massive waterway links northern and southern China, facilitating the movement of goods, especially the new, high-yield champa rice, which fuels a massive population boom and unprecedented urbanization. The Song Dynasty strengthens the civil service examination system, creating a new merit-based social class. This scholar gentry class, chosen based on knowledge of Confucian texts, rises to power, ensuring administrative stability and promoting a highly educated bureaucracy. While the Song Dynasty flourishes, a nomadic people from the northern steppes unite under a new leader, Genghis Khan. A master strategist, he organizes the Mongol clans into a disciplined, unstoppable army, forging a single purpose from disparate groups. The Mongols are a force unlike any the world has ever seen. Their mastery of cavalry and siege warfare allows them to conquer with ruthless efficiency. They use captured engineers to build siege engines and employ psychological tactics to demoralize their enemies before the battle even begins. After a decades-long campaign, the Mongol leader Kublai Khan, grandson of Genghis, finally conquers the Song Dynasty. He establishes the Yuan Dynasty, and, for the first time, a foreign power rules all of China. This marks a new chapter in the nation's history. Despite their brutality, the Mongols create an unprecedented era of peace and stability across Eurasia. The Pax Mongolica revitalizes the Silk Road, making trade and cultural exchange safer and more widespread than ever before. This connects East and West in new and profound ways. The Yuan Dynasty, however, is not built to last. A combination of internal struggles, peasant rebellions, and devastating natural disasters weakens Mongol rule. By the mid-14th century, the dynasty collapses, and a new Chinese dynasty rises from the ashes. A key intellectual development of the Song Dynasty is the rise of Neo-Confucianism. This philosophy combines traditional Confucian ethics and morality with Buddhist and Taoist principles, becoming the new state ideology and influencing social and political life for centuries. China's relationships with surrounding states are often managed through the tributary system. Nations like Korea and Vietnam send tribute to the Chinese court, acknowledging the emperor's supremacy in exchange for trade access and a recognition of their own rulers. The Song Dynasty is one of the most urbanized societies in the world. Cities like Hangzhou are home to over 1 million people, with bustling markets, specialized shops, and a vibrant cultural life that is unmatched anywhere else in the world. To facilitate maritime trade, the Song Dynasty perfects the junk, a robust ship with a watertight hull and a new type of sail. These massive vessels make China a dominant naval power and allow for extensive long-distance trade with Southeast Asia and beyond. Under the Yuan Dynasty, the Mongols establish a rigid social hierarchy. The Mongols sit at the top, followed by non-Chinese allies, then Northern Chinese, and finally, the Southern Chinese, a system that creates a clear distinction between the rulers and the ruled. While the Mongols rule with a heavy hand, they also prove to be pragmatic administrators. They use the existing Chinese bureaucracy, especially in tax collection, but fill key positions with non-Chinese administrators, including Marco Polo, whom they deem more trustworthy than the native Chinese. The Pax Mongolica opens the door for new European travelers to enter China. The most famous is Marco Polo, who spends years in the court of Kublai Khan. His travels, documented in his famous book, provide Europeans with their first glimpse into the vast riches and advanced civilization of China. Kublai Khan's rule is not without its limits. His attempts to invade Japan are thwarted by a combination of fierce Japanese resistance and a powerful typhoon, which the Japanese believe to be a divine wind or kamikaze sent to protect their land. Amidst the collapse of the Yuan, a peasant leader named Zhu Yuanzhang rises to power and establishes the Ming Dynasty. This new dynasty rejects Mongol influence and reasserts Chinese traditions, leading to a new era of cultural and political revival. The Ming Dynasty immediately reinstates the traditional civil service exam system and promotes Neo-Confucianism as the official state philosophy. This move solidifies the power of the scholar gentry class and ensures that the government is run by a knowledgeable, merit-based bureaucracy once more. While China undergoes immense change, Japan continues to develop its own, distinct feudal system. A powerful emperor sits at the top, but the real power is held by the shogun and the regional daimyo, who command armies of loyal samurai. Korea, ruled by the Goryeo dynasty, becomes a tributary state of the Mongols. While it avoids direct conquest, it is heavily influenced by Mongol culture and is forced to supply soldiers and ships for Kublai Khan's failed invasions of Japan. During this period, Southeast Asia becomes a hub of maritime trade. The city of Malacca, in particular, emerges as a major center, connecting merchants from the Indian Ocean to those coming from China and the Mongol-controlled Silk Road. Despite the dramatic shift in power from the Song to the Yuan, key elements of Chinese civilization endure. The civil service system, the tributary model, and the cultural influence of Confucianism all continue, proving the resilience of China's core institutions. The Mongol conquest, while destructive, has a lasting legacy. By creating the largest contiguous land empire in history, the Mongols facilitated the transfer of ideas, technology, and diseases across vast distances, connecting the world in an unprecedented way. By 1450, the Ming Dynasty is firmly in power, having rebuilt and expanded on the foundations of the Song. China returns to its inward-looking, agrarian roots, but its cultural and intellectual achievements remain a global standard of excellence. The period from 1200 to 1450 represents a pivotal chapter in East Asian history. It saw the peak of Chinese innovation, the terrifying power of the Mongol Empire, and a complex interplay of conquest and cultural endurance that would define the continent for centuries to come. The Mongol Empire's unification of Eurasia creates a world more connected than ever before. This network of trade and communication would not be seen again until the age of exploration. The period's legacy is one of both unparalleled destruction and unprecedented global exchange. From the genius of the Song to the might of the Mongols, this era is a powerful reminder that history is a constant cycle of continuity and change. The collapse of the Mongol Empire shows that even the most powerful force can be undone, and that enduring culture will always rise again. Understanding this period helps us see the roots of the modern world. If this documentary helped you, please consider supporting our work to keep history education free and accessible. Thank you for watching, and remember to study hard.